Welcome to Vision ProNotes. I'm Marty, a faculty member at a Midwest university, a podcaster, and an Apple product fan. I'm also co-host of Vision Profiles, along with Eric Bolden, Dave Ginsberg, and Daniel Burkholder. ProNotes is that supplement that we do every other day, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Mondays. And they're short little news items that have come up that we want to get to you right away and that we will talk further about on the Monday episode of Vision Profiles. That occurs every Monday night at 9 p.m. We live stream from YouTube, and you can catch it at youtube.com/@visionprofiles Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, or catch the video later on YouTube if you miss it, or the audio on any podcatcher service that you're using. Produce all those and get it out the same day so you can be up to date with Vision Profile news that we found that we want to share with you. This episode of Vision Pro Notes, we're going to talk about the latest article that came out of PCMag, and it is a best of article. So, according to PCMagazine, the best Apple Vision Pro apps for 2025. And we have the link to the article in the show notes, so you can follow along with this or take a look at it later. Probably want to take a look at it later and look at some of the apps they're talking about, but we will cover them here. Vision Pro has a real app and a real app library. PCMag's latest roundup spotlights 31 apps worth your time and a quick start guide, things that you might want to dip into if you haven't dipped into them yet on your Vision Pro. The app ecosystem has matured past the launch hype that happened, and Apple and third-party apps now ship more native visionOS titles along with the iPad apps that have been ported over. Some of the big services like Netflix and Spotify are still not shipping a visionOS app. YouTube has said they will have a visionOS app, and it's on their roadmap, but they haven't gotten to it or have taken their time getting to it, and have helped shut down some of the apps that are actually doing the YouTube pass-through in a really effective way. So the apps are spread across work productivity, creativity and learning, entertainment, utilities, and games. With the emphasis on apps that feel native in spatial computing. So they might not be native, but they feel native in spatial computing. So in the entertainment area, Amazon Prime Video has a compatible iPad app. They don't have a native app yet, but they have a compatible iPad app that is part of the entertainment. Apple TV, again, I think one of the best options that you have for entertainment, viewable on the Vision Pro with both 2D movies as well as 3D immersive content. Books is a compatible iPad app that can be used for the purpose of reading and using your Vision Pro for reading. You have Crunchyroll, which is for anime fans. Crunchyroll has a visionOS app directly for the Vision Pro, and you can watch your favorite anime in leisure, and some recommendations in there of what you could do. It starts at $7.99 per month. Disney Plus, one of the premier streaming services as far as the Vision Pro concerns, and they have gone all out with what they're doing. They have 4 very detailed 3D theaters to watch Disney content, but you can also watch dozens of Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars films in 3D. That also has a fee for it, a per month fee if you want to get into the Disney stuff. IMAX is a free app. It works well with the Vision Pro, but the content that you want to play on it, you have to purchase for each piece of content that you want to play on it. But that is also considered an important Vision Pro entertainment app. HBO Max, Pluto TV, Explore POV. takes immersive video, and it doesn't have to be complicated to be enjoyable. It's simply the app simply lets you watch 180-degree video tours of handfuls of national monuments and environments. In New Zealand, you can also wander downriver, climb a mountain, all those kinds of things with the Explore POV. Safari is where you're going to use Netflix, Twitch, and YouTube at this time. And then for music, Apple Music is probably the best app for being able to do that. With games, they talk about Bloons TD. I have never played that game, but that's one of their recommendations. Castle Crumble is a game that is basically the 3D Apple Vision Pro of Angry Birds, or its precursor, Crush the Castle. Spire Blast is another great game that does a simple arcade puzzle game, challenges you to clear out connecting groups of lightly colored blocks using physics. Then there is Game Room. It's the Apple's Game Room on Apple Arcades, received massive overhaul for the Vision Pro compared with its iOS and iPadOS versions. Stream Link is a compatible iPad app, and it is an app for Stream Link, and it works perfectly. You can pair the gamepad with the Vision Pro and play games streamed on your local gaming PC running Steam. Stitch is part of a puzzle game, part of a chill-out experience. You can just enjoy putting together virtual embroidery rings in front of you and make it fill patterns with different colors. Super Fruit Ninjas is on there. Synth Riders is probably the game that Vision Pro is best known for. Synth Riders is kind of Beat Saber on Vision Pro. So if you're familiar with Meta's Beat Saber, then Synth Rider is kind of the premier game on Vision Pro that does some of the same things. Spheres fly around you to music, and you have to bat those things away. And then What the Golf? We have mentioned on our show What the Car. What the Golf is kind of a crazy golf game using physics and things that block your way and path and such. What the Car is sort of a car race doing the same thing. So both What the Golf and What the Car you might want to take a look at. From productivity, you have Cameo Studio. You have Microsoft Office apps, although they are not really set for anything special in Vision Pro, but they will operate in Vision Pro just fine. You can also access Microsoft Teams if that's what your organization is into. Runestone is for coders, and it's great for coding availability. Great app for doing that. You can do Safari for Google Docs and Sheets. You can do Scrivener, which is a author app that's compatible with the iPad app. And then WebEx for video conferencing, and also Zoom. There are a couple of other things that we would mention as other. Coffee and Sons Spatial Supercar Museum is really very interesting. Crumble is another app for Sweet Tooth. It's dedicated to Vision Pro app for the cookie delivery company called Crumble. So you can be on your Vision Pro and have cookies delivered to you. And then one we have featured on Vision Profiles, and this developer has done a couple of these, but Museas, Museas, is a great spatial museum. And you can look at more than 100 works of art across multiple periods and movements, all for free. Every painting is high resolution. It's just a great app, and I would also look at other things that developer does. Space Vision is another great app. Space is really big, and this is a way to kind of learn by using the VR setup to go through space and understand what kinds of information you can get about different planets and other areas. And then finally, Zillow Immerse, which allows you to look at real estate and the real benefits from AR and VR. Zillow proves it with the 360 view. You can tour a property on the Vision Pro and you'll be jumping between set points for these 360-degree photos that are shot and organized for it. So what we'll probably do with this on Vision Profiles tonight is to go through the list, and I'm curious what Dave, Daniel, and Eric think are apps that best represent these different categories that PCMagazine completely left off. I think they picked a lot of low-hanging fruit. I don't think they really delved into the device very far to find truly interesting apps in each one of these categories. They missed some major fun game stuff that you can do in Vision Pro that is not represented on this list whatsoever. So that's what we're going to do tonight on the episode of Vision Profiles, appearing at youtube.com/@Vision Profiles, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Catch the live stream or catch the full show later on that evening. I will edit and release it so it'll come out for you the next morning. You can hear all the information or see all the information, including the websites that we're talking about on the YouTube channel, or just listen to it. You're going to get all of the links and all of the article names in the show notes of both the video version of the show as well as the audio version of the show. So thanks for tuning in. We'd love to hear from our listeners. If you have any ideas or want to join in an episode, email us at thepodtalknetwork@gmail.com. Learn more about us in other Vision Profiles podcasts and other podcasts that we do at the website, thepodtalk.net. Spread the word to other visionaries. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.